Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Elena here and I hope that you guys are doing really well, morning or night, wherever you guys are in the world. So one of the things that I always get asked about from you guys, how did I overcome depression? So originally after coming out of depression, I had thought that relationships were the key, because in my head it made me feel happy to feel that attention. But when things turned bad, I completely lost it and all of my happiness kind of went away. I got in this habit of wanting complete happiness but looking for it in temporary options, and when things wouldn't work out as they wouldn't work out, I would completely and utterly lose it. We're talking extreme anger, extreme anxiety, and a lot of tears. Can you guys relate? Guess who's back at it, guys? Look at him! Look at my baby! Look at him! No, I gotta film. I gotta feed us. I got sick and tired of it. I reached my breaking point. I always lived like not knowing whether I was going back into depression if I was feeling really down, or whether it was just a sad moment. But regardless, I was kind of just living in default. I didn't have goals, I didn't have excitement, I just lived from one moment to the next, accepting the good and the bad. And then it all changed for me. I stumbled across by chance the webpage for the most famous book, The Secret, and honestly my life completely changed forever. You may or may not have heard of this book, but basically it's about the concept of the law of attraction, and it honestly completely changed my world. You might call me extremely obsessive or very conscientious, but regardless, this aspect of myself helped me to release my full potential. Why haven't I been on YouTube, you guys may be asking? Have I spiraled back down again? The answer is no. I'm actually better than I have ever been in my life. Things could not be any better for me, and for no particular reason other than just learning to be happy. I have been learning, studying, completely submerging myself into this topic, and maybe perhaps cutting things off in my life, but it's to completely understand this topic. And now that I have built up some knowledge on the subject, I had to share it with you guys, my friends. I hope these things change your perspective on life just like it did mine. So the first thing that I have to say about the law of attraction, and it might be hard for some of you to hear, I know it was definitely hard for me to hear at first, was we attract everything that has happened to us in our lives. Yep, those shitty times and those amazing times that we wish we could relive, we attract it all. And you might be sitting there thinking, don't be silly, Elena, why would I attract depression in my life, the one thing that has caused me and my family such guilt and heartache? I asked this question myself, but it's true, and once you accept it, your life will change. See, there are no victims in this world. There are just people who don't understand why bad things keep happening to them and just keep accepting them. And in fact, I was one of them. The law of attraction is all about our energy, our thought processes, and where they are actually directed. Your thoughts immediately might be on how on earth are you going to pay this week's bills, or how much you hate your job, or something along those very negative lines. Your energy, or shall we say your point of attraction, is to keep attracting more of that negativity. Sorry guys, just to interrupt this very important message. It's very cold and the nips are showing, so don't mind my dressing gown just covering that up because this is a family channel.
Giggity giggity.
See, have you noticed if you leave the house and you stub your toe, you're immediately pissed off because of how much it hurts, and then you go to hop into your vehicle, and then you start thinking about how bad traffic is going to be, and then you start thinking about how slow the person in front of you is driving, and then you reach the end of the day thinking, oh my gosh, this has just been an awful day. It was because your point of attraction was on a negative, so you actually attracted that negativity that came in. See, you need to understand that what you are thinking about, the universe is actually giving you more of. When you focus on something, you are really calling that into existence. So you see, if you persist with those negative thoughts, they're actually going to start to appear over time. I know, isn't this like crazy what I'm talking about right now? I know. I read this and I was like, what? But you also might be sitting there thinking, just like I did, freaking out about all the negative thoughts you've thought in your life? Well, don't worry about that, because I searched for that answer to help and ease my worries. You can actually erase those negative thoughts by replacing it with a good thought. It has been scientifically proven that an affirmative thought or a positive thought is hundreds of times more powerful than a negative thought. The next time you are feeling bad or feeling any negative emotion, listen to the signal from your inner being. In that moment, you are blocking all good things coming to you because you are operating at a negative. Therefore, your point of attraction is negative. You are the master of your own thoughts, you see. You might be sitting there thinking, well, how does this all happen? And you might be sitting there thinking, this is too good to be true. You think about what you want and then you get it. I know that I had my doubts initially, and I actually had a lot of them. I thought it was a concept that was invented or formed by us humans to make it easier for us to exist on this earth. But I realized that it's actually a real thing. Science can actually measure this phenomenon. Now, I'm not trying to turn this video into a science video. For one, that's not my channel, and two, I actually passed science through copying the person next to me. But if you do want to know more of this topic of the law of attraction from a science perspective, type in quantum physics on YouTube and I'm sure there will be an answer for you there. Our energy comes from our thoughts. We live in an ocean of motion. We are always changing. I want you right now to look at your hands. The cells within us are changing at a rate of 1 million cells per second. I know what? Even if we die, if we take a really small microscope, we can still see that the cells are changing within us. You are a massive energy and you are functioning from your point of attraction. So if you feel negative, your energy will be operating on a -1, and therefore your point of attraction will be a -1. You'll only be attracting to you negative people, experiences, and negative situations. So the next question is, and this is a fun one, what do you want out of your life? I looked at this part like I was an artist and I was painting my future. Ask yourself, what do I really want? Do you want love? Do you want more money? Do you want to get better grades? Do you want to get into a particular university? Do you want to travel? Do you want to open up your own business? The opportunities for you are endless and they're all yours to think about. Once you have the idea, be specific about it. I want you to visualize what you'd be wearing if what you wanted in your life was here right now. Who would the people around you be like? Be specific about it, because you need to know what life you are trying to create. Write it down after this video and go into as much detail about your desire. Once you've done this, it's all about visualization, and I absolutely adore this part in my day. Every day, take some time to think about your desire. If you have a dream car that you want, then take a look at your hand. Take a look at the knuckles, the bones, the fingernails, any rings, blood vessels. Take it all in, honey. Now, before you close your eyes, I want you guys to imagine that hand and those fingers wrapping around the steering wheel of your brand new car. This is a holographic experience. It's so real in this moment that you don't even feel as if you need the car, because it feels as if you already have it. Focus on the end result rather than on the feelings of how your desire will come to you. I want you guys to know that through visualization and imagination, you are communicating with a world that is totally foreign to your 5 senses. You cannot communicate imagination with your senses. You're dealing with the unseen. You're not going to figure out how to have your desires through your intellect. You're going to have to go through your intuition. You're going to have to follow your feelings. So remember to ask the universe for what it is that you want. If you've written down what you want, this is asking the universe. You can read it aloud or say it in your mind. The next thing is to believe that it's coming, and it just started raining, so sorry if you can hear that. Thank you, nature. You are continuously a distraction. So when you were trying to believe that something is coming, I love this metaphor. If you're at a restaurant and you ask the waiter what it is that you want, you don't ask again and again and again to make sure that they have the order. What you want is yours the moment you ask. The last step is to receive. Say all the time, I am receiving. I am receiving the good in my life now. And feel that. feel it. Now, this is a very short intro into the law of attraction. If you guys are interested in the subject and you don't even know where to begin with this, I just thought that I would recommend some of the books that I have used. Definitely the first one is The Secret. That is the book that I started with, Rhonda Byrne. The second book, Mind Power into the 21st Century by John Kehoe. That changed my world as well. The Law of Attraction by Esther and Jerry Hicks is another amazing book. I just wanted to give you guys this little inspirational video. Just leave a comment down below if you want to see more of that, and please, you guys, if you have heard of this concept before and if you've used it before, I want to know what you have manifested into your life. I love you guys so much. Have a wonderful day, because you each deserve it. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys. Mwah. Stay splendid.